Good morning, Eddie G's Music World. We're going to do something a little different today. It's the 11th of February 2019. I've been counting stuff down, commenting a lot, a lot of music related discussions. Sorry for that. But today, I kind of want to archive some work I've done over the last 30 or 40 years. I often find myself besieged with words, comments, meant for songs, poems, a variety of different things. And I've actually tried to collaborate with about 8 or 9 different people over the years to make them into musical songs because I don't write music. I can't play an instrument except drums, and that's not really what you use. And I got close. I mean, one guy took some lyrics and actually made a song out of it. And, I have it somewhere. And another guy tried to work with me at least twice, which is the most. But he kept trying to change everything I did and didn't want it done this way. And he had a format he wanted me to follow, and it was like I couldn't figure out what he really wanted. And then there was about 7 or 8 other people that were just as lost. They don't know how to write songs. Neither do I. Bridges, choruses, verse. I never could figure all that stuff out. You say it, then you say something else, and you go back to the first bunch of words, and you go back and change it up, and then you go back to a bridge. And so I just wrote what I thought was interesting. It reflects a lot of times things I went through at the time that I wrote them. Could be about someone, could be about something, family members, anybody in my life that at the time inspired me to try to keep what I had in my mind long enough to get a pen and a paper and write it down. So, because I've kind of gotten pretty predictable in my last 2 or 3 shows, which is just counting down some list or ranting and raving, I'm going to do something that is not going to be for everyone. You may not really want to hear what I have to say, but I don't mind because I figured I'll do it once. And if I like doing it, I may do it again. Now, I have 2 folders here. One is called poems and one is called songs. It doesn't really make a difference because just about none of them became songs. I'll just pull one out at a time. And if I think that it's something that might be interesting, I'll give it a shot. Here's one. No real indication of when it's from, but you could pretty much guess that this is from the 90s. And I'll just read it. Maybe it'll be interesting to some of you. Let's go. I don't have a title for this at all. Just go ahead. It's time to look around, to see the sights and hear the sounds, to look for things that can't be found, and together we'll find the truth. It's over here, over there. Don't tell me you just don't care. The way they look, the way they stare, and then you say life isn't fair. Take the journey, take the trip. Come with me. You won't be sorry. You won't believe the things you'll see when you take a walk with me. Flowers bright, stones so smooth, grass as green as you can get. Our day together, one you'll never forget. Close your eyes, open your mind. You'll be surprised at what you find. The girl so clean, away from the city, far from the hate, far from the pity. You won't think about what's not there, but think about the world now you care. The tears you cried, the love you lost, can all come back again, like the spray of sunshine and the sprinkle of rain. Put on your summer clothes of pink, green. Let them be for the new you. Okay, I'll redo that one. Put on your summer clothes of pink, green, and red. Let them be for the new you. If you show the love that you have inside, then you'll be happy instead. Time is ticking away from the night until the day. Pay attention to what's around you, then you'll know just what to say. The mist of morning breaks through your dream, but you sleep quiet and still. Don't allow it to wake you yet, and you will float on for real. Just going to mark it red in case I go back to it and I forgot that I read it already. So that's one. I mean, it must have been about someone in my life that meant something. I have no clue. I have not looked at this pile of papers, I swear, in years and years. I'm just trying to shake things up. I mean, I sat and watched the Grixter for 45 minutes. The man was fighting, ranting, and raving. It was amazing. He had some asshole radio report that would not leave the guy alone. He was like, just kept peppering him with what happened to this guy and why isn't this guy? Why aren't you with that guy? And this and that. Poor Grixer is just trying to do his job. He's got a great job, entertaining what should be a lot of people, and it could be one day. Next entry. This is from, it's on the back of a paper that is from the late 80s, early 90s. How's that for a long time ago? Because I used to work at a company, and I just jotted some stuff down. It's from those days. Down by the water, watching it flow. It doesn't freeze like my feelings. Sweet droplets splashing on the jagged rocks clashing with the smoothness of the land. Bring down your eyes from the clear blue skies to the roughness of my hands. Track marks on your body like water on the sands of time. It crashes down a simple town like a baby's hair so fine. Water flows quite freely, turning every way it can, breaking free of everything, cleaning the fertile land. The ice chunks are scattered throughout the frigid waters, like the souls of the people, the sons and the daughters. Not sure what inspired that, but that's another entry. Remember, this is when this easily could be 30 years ago. I'm just remembering. This is just a short one. I remember writing it down thinking it would inspire me, but it didn't. But I'll read the little blurb I have here anyway. I never knew what disillusion meant, but now I do. I always wanted to be the government so I could rule you. It's a lot of weird stuff. If anybody feels inspired to write a song that uses these words and you make like 8 cents, give me 4 cents of it so I can say I made some money. Okay, next. This one I typed up. And when I typed them up, people, let me tell you, I thought it was unbelievable because I rarely type something up. Let's see how it sounds. Short dark hair, eyes of dark, every girl's dream. You look so scared when I come near. You think I'm mean. Don't scamper away. I want you to stay. Let me hold you, please. I hear you breathing. Know you care. I'm down on my knees. You only know me as the one who keeps you alive. Make sure you're kept clean. Others see you as a threat to them. I know what they mean. You are my furry best friend. Never mean no harm. The love of my life. If you didn't bite me, every once in a while, I would make you my wife. I wonder which girlfriend this one's about. You don't clean up after yourself. Sounds like I'm talking about an animal. I accept that as fact. You smell like it's been years since you've taken a bath. I don't know. I'm not sure what this is about. It sounds like it's about a girl, but then it also sounds like it's about an animal. But I've never really been in love with an animal. So there was one of my girlfriends, she kind of was a little unkempt, but I don't have a date on this, so if I did, I would be able to connect it to a person because I know who I dated when, right? Eddie G's Music World, breaking the rules. Oh, this might be a continuation of the one I just said. Days go by and you've moved back and forth. Yeah, it's a continuation. Stuck in your cage. I let you roam around to release your rage. I think this is about a rat that I had. I swear to God, this is about a pet rat that I had. You're misunderstood by those that don't know you, but I don't care. They say you look like you carry a disease, but I'm not scared. Because you're my rat. See, it's about a rat. Sometimes you eat too much and you get fat. Because you're my rat. Sharp teeth and nails. An ugly long tail. But I'll give you a pat. You don't scare me. Others may flee. When you're on my knee, I'll leave it at that. Yes, I used to collect rats and mice. Then I said a vow that when the last rat dies and the last mouse dies, there's no more buying rats and mice. You know what? I have a tendency to grow out of things that I start relationships with. And guess what? It was my trend up until marriage, and let's leave it at that. Marriage lasted longer than most of the other things. Why don't I read this? It was a poem to my late mother. I wrote a lot of these things. Happy Mother's Day. Why not read it? Wow, 2002. Okay, I'm not sure. After all you've done for me all these years, how you raised me up, wiping those little kids' tears. I'm forever grateful for all the things you've done. You did a great job, and that job is Mom. Your family became the biggest part of you. You devoted your time while I grew. So it is with great pleasure that I help you celebrate this day. After all you've done for me, I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, my mother. 3.5 years gone. I actually sent some stuff to a greeting card company. Still waiting to hear from them. It's been about 17 years. Okay. I'm not sure if this is a song or just some story. I don't know what the hell this is. Some story, short story. Forget it. Here's one. Again, I typed the whole thing up. It was actually one that I thought would be a song one day. I felt proud of it. I did try to send it to a few people, but people, there's something you got to know. If you email song lyrics to any musician or record company, like I've done about a few times, they are legally not allowed to deal with it. They can't. There's some kind of copyright thing. There's some kind of fear of being sued that you're going to say that there's 3 words in the whole thing that you can prove you sent them, and then they're going to have to pay you. And it's like a whole big production. I had once a big record company send back my lyrics and whatever. It's okay. I got over it. But there's only one person who actually advised me on my lyrics. Alan O'Day, who had a #1 hit called Undercover Angel and wrote Angie Baby for Helen Reddy and also wrote Rock and Roll Heaven for the Righteous Brothers. And he actually commented that I had some abilities that he could see because I rewrote the song Rock and Roll Heaven, which was a #1 hit because I added new people that had passed away. Rock and Roll Heaven is a song about rock stars that died. So I added new rock stars. It was about 15 years ago. He said he could see that there were some abilities there. And then I wrote another one about some handicapped girl. So he commented on the handicapped girl lyrics. You could see that it was very personal to me and whatever. He said he could see something in it, but he didn't really think it was amazing. He was just kind of gave me encouragement. And then within 5 years, he passed away. So that's the only time an actual established musician, songwriter reply to lyrics, because they're legally, they have a blanket rule. We don't want to hear from strangers sending in. You got to go through people that know people, managers, and you got to know people, whatever. You can't just send it off. Anyway, here's one that I really liked. I'll read it to you. This is Eddie G's Music World, so February 11th. Empty Pages is the title. Here it starts. Empty pages. I kept turning those empty pages. My hopes and dreams were full, so I kept turning those empty pages. They all had such distant faces. In their eyes, there were faint traces. I was looking for a reflection of me, but all I could see were faint traces. Their words rang so hollow, their meanings were so hard to follow. In my soul, I knew there was much more. My faith was sinking so low. Then a page stayed with me. A new image was there for me to see. She was not like the others. I believed in what was in front of me. Now, no more empty pages. I had grown past those stages. Now that this vision appeared, no more empty pages. The truth was coming to me. It was time to set it free. Now I had to meet her to see if it could really be. One day led to the next. She was better than the rest. If what you want is worth waiting for, you have to put your faith to the test. So when you come across those empty pages, try to be courageous. You'll be rewarded for your patience. Keep turning those empty pages. Now, I know who this one is about. And 2.5 years after we started, we stopped. I'm not going to go into details in case somebody that I'm currently with actually ever stops on, listens to this and starts wondering what it's about. You know what I mean? So that was a very important poem to me. It meant something. Okay, let's open the folder. And what's next on Eddie G's Music World? Okay, why not read this? A happy birthday poem, November 2007, because my sister and my nephew have birthdays within one day of each other. So I wrote it for both of them. They say white guys aren't great rappers. When you see my presents, you will know that is true, because I couldn't rap the presents well. But I did the best job at rapping that I could possibly do. This is the first birthday for you both where you do not live together, because my nephew moved to Seattle. He works for Amazon. But everything must change, like the seasons and the weather. One is of legal age this month, the other like a deck of cards. I don't know why I said that, but like a deck of cards. Maybe because she's 52 at the time. That's what I meant. As a son, Tommy is one to be proud of, and Sherry has done her part. My gifts are for reminders of great times that have passed, and also of days to look forward to. May your memories forever last. Oh boy, I see the next one is one of my real downer poems. Oh, I can see. It's a downer poem. I mean, I wrote a lot of these things. Unrequited love, difficult love, the fact that there's air in the atmosphere. I don't know what inspired me to write these difficult type of poems, but here, let's just do it. What the hell? I want my kids one day to stumble on this in their 30s when I'm 6 feet under and read and look at the videos. It's for them. It's for them. It's for their future. And if anyone else likes it, that's fine too. If someone could take these waves and make them behave, they would be saving my life. Let me marry my wife. So, doctor, to you I turn. Don't let the fire burn. Try to release me, please. Now I am on my knees. Why do I think this way? Why can't I solve this quiz? Help me to understand. Extend me your caring hand. If you can resolve this pain, if you let the love remain, you will be freeing the ghost. I will thank you the most. I'm conflicted deeply, twisted up in knots. If you can untie the rope, it would be worth the cost. When I am in love, you see, I obsess sexually about those who were there before. I need some antidepressants. Solve this, and I will love you some more. I will love some more. I think it's because one of my girlfriends, the phone rang by like two ex-boyfriends kept calling her while I was dating her. It was driving me nuts. Like I kept, 5, 6, 8, 15 times the phone rang when I'm with her, and they wanted her back. It drove me nuts. I got upset. I was 28. What the fuck? If I over medicate it, if I dehydrate it, if I separate it, maybe I'll be fine. If I decimate it, if I sedate it, if I hate it, maybe in time. If I dynamite it, if I excite it, if I ignite it, it won't rhyme. If I ignore it, if I store it, if I deplore it, it will still be mine. But if I kill it, if I spill it, if I drill it, it won't be unkind. The trick of the waves at sea change like the moods in me. Hard to control or steer, the captain plays on my fear. Now you see why every time I got psychoanalyzed by a psychologist, within a few months I just quit them because nobody understands me. Nobody! They just don't understand me. And I even tried to psychoanalyze one of the psychoanalysts, okay? A woman. And I said, what the hell gives you the right to task me and tell me about myself? What about you? I think you need a boyfriend. I think you need to be happy. That was our last meeting. That's okay. Here. Wow. On one page it says June 4th, 1998. We're talking 21 years ago, almost. Take the last bus home. Ride by yourself alone. Rock your head to the inner pounding. Throw yourself to the last wolf. Burn your bridges till there are none left. Drown in the polluted water. Cut the strings to the chute. Ignore the screeching wheels. Go down the dark alley. Feed the sharks. Fly on the wings of the falling plane. Close your eyes for the last time. Breathe in your fumes. Retain all your turmoil. Plunge into the icy water. Sleep forever. Dream with blinders on. Kiss the devil. Die. I'm surprised Hallmark wasn't interested in that one. I think I remember that. I was on antidepressants, a new one, and I was like, these pills were like, I can't remember if they made me insane or I don't know. They didn't do a very good job. They made me crazy. I think I was on this new experimental antidepressant, and it was like it. I was walking around like a zombie. I don't know what this doctor was doing to me. I think he tried to kill me. I don't know. Here's another one. I think it's from the same time frame because it's like pages torn out of a book. For Christ's sake! Let the birds free. Lock up the snakes. Change into the butterfly. Give the devil the stake. Kiss the bride. Call the executioner. Let the tears subside. Burn down the church. Give birth to a son. I didn't have kids then. Cut him in an instant. Put your gloves on. Chase the blues away. Bring them back. Heart attack, nervous tension, old age pension, foreign lesion for a reason, infected head, better off dead. Burning mind, constant grind, no way out. Spin about, lose your leg, lose your head. Crushed by life, lose your wife. Pray for sleep. Fall to sleep. Write your fears, cry your tears. Get fixated, get medicated. Lose your way. Fade to gray. Hide inside, lonely ride. Locked in hell, self cast spell. Obsessed inside. Wires too tight. Growing scared, double dared. Eyes look lost. Such a cost. Love astray, please stay. Medication again. But, maybe there's some sense to be made of all this. Nothing makes sense anyway, so why not? Just keep going with it. Another couple of pages of insanity here. Eddie G's Music World. Let's go. Thrust out into open air from a dark, protected place. All those around you fixated on your face. You're shocked by the bright lights that focus in on you. You will have to get used to it until you are through. Blinded by the new world, you cry to show the pain. You are still too young to understand shame. The two strangers who put you here treat you like an angel. It's their own selfishness that makes them more than able. You were born from trying to relieve the stress. From that came an inner mess that created your distress for forever and a day. Seconal and alcohol, keep it near in case you fall. So far from the human race, seconal and alcohol. It's so tasty, it's so sweet. Say goodbye to all you meet. Your trip is over, back to your roots. Close the lights, face the truth. Some years were golden, some years were rust. Seconal and alcohol will leave them in the dust. First dose, your life flies past your eyes. All the inner turmoil, no more in disguise. Seconal and alcohol will put them to rest. The wave that comes upon you finally will crest. Second dose, the last dose, one last gulp, and you're toast. Drink it down, forget it all. Seconal and alcohol. I think Seconal is a medication that if you mix it with alcohol, you'll die. That's why I called myself Debbie Downer on a website, because it's kind of true. But I got off all these psychological pills because I have 2 kids to raise and a wife. I have to focus on that. I can't be in a fog. There's another one. This is for rent. You don't have to keep it. Use it all up, then discard it. Pass it on like a burning torch. So often, hot, it begins to scorch. It'll cool down in between the sessions. Don't bother to teach. She can't learn the lesson. The marks are gone, but they linger inside. They're in deep, but they can't hide. Transferred to the next controller. Think about that when you hold her. The eyes that shine, the smiling face, have been there before your first taste. It's so hard to accept that you're in a series. Will you be the last of the inquiries? The private moment's only us two, but it's only because the others are through. See, I had this theme. I hated that women were with other guys before me. I'm still not crazy about it. The level of emotion, the loving sounds. Are you the same as the other clowns? The doubt and love are so closely matched, but the chance of rain shows upon the forecast. Trying to hold on for the long haul, like trying to juggle 4 bowling balls. Okay, let's see what's next. I hope I'm not boring you. You can cut it any time. I got 2 pages full of poems here. I'm not sure which is the beginning, which is the end. I'll try this page. The conductor says, "All aboard," and they all fall into line. The ones that we all want, the ones they treat unkind. The doors open equally for all who pay the price. Those who were loved once, those loved more than twice. The people mix together in their cryptic pantomime, feeling out each other, killing precious time. Their battle scars are hidden, but perceived by the mind. Cuts under the skin are unhealed over time. They dance and sway to the rhythm, both close and far apart, at once exposing the wounds while exposing the heart. We must learn to accept those creatures cut down by love, those who looked for tenderness but got only a shove. As the journey goes, the ride can get rough, resulting need for in some need from above. I must hold on with all my might so as not to lose sight, for she is worth all my inner pain, the love shining through the rain. Every day the news gets worse, haunted by the ancient curse, ghoulish hauntings to and fro, laughing at me wherever I go. How can I deflect these torturings, matching my every move? They keep on my tail, they have a point to prove. The influence on the one I love cannot be seen, but they left their mark. They know where they've been. I swat them away, banish them, but they return like an unwanted friend. They left their impression, they continued their session. Hmm, very deep, very deep. Now I'm trying to figure out, did I start, how long have I been going? I don't even know. We'll just keep going. Okay. Wow, another double-sider. Eddie G's Music World. Digging into the poems and songs of the past that I wrote. Industrial machines turning inside my head, chopping my brain cells, makes the panic spread, coughing up my memories, choking on my thoughts, trading what I have for what I wish I got. I could see this being a metal song. Screeching scary ideas playing in my head, looking for the best mix, but don't leave her behind. Too much information has clogged up in my brain. The love that has grown full has fought with my pain. As a stranger's eyes meet mine, I see distance in their face. While they mean me no harm, still inside I hate. The joy of being in love brings with it some traps. Like who were the other bows and why did it lapse? These preoccupations, they invade my thoughts. The joy of being in love comes with heavy costs. The dilemma lies within this tricky dichotomy. If I can resolve them, then I will be set free. First, get at the root, discover how it grows, then kill it in its infancy. Don't let the flowers show. This undertaking is quite a task to do, but the rewards are plenty. It means a love that's free and true. My obsession with intimacy to all its forms prior to me derived from some primitive preoccupation based on my insecurity. I'm going to call a mental hospital. Okay. Let's just say I got some more here. I got 2 folders full of this stuff. Another birthday poem. It's pretty fast. November 3rd, 2003. My nephew was 14. He's 30 soon. I remember you when you were a baby, and I don't mean maybe. I only see you a couple of times each year. I will see you soon, so don't fear. At a young age, you were proficient at the computer, while I often needed a tutor. It's kind of true. You used to live in Montreal. When you were a child, you were small. You used to cry in restaurants. They called you colicky. I once threw you a ball, but it hit a tree. Okay. I would like to visit again in Whitby, that's a city in Ontario, in the province of Ontario. But since I work once in a while, it is hard to go. As you can see, my writing skills have declined. Hard to find intelligent things that rhyme. But I do genuinely wish you well. I hope you can tell. Scared to look. Eddie's Music World. What could this be? Another mom poem, February 2003. February cold sweeps in once again. You're off on your own in sunny Spain. She was in Spain. There's already a song about their rain, sorry, meaning the rain in Spain, falling mainly on a plane. We didn't get a chance to share our days. Thousands of miles kept you away. Still, I have things to say about you and your birthday. It's only time that we lose each other. No, it's only time that we lose each year. Never getting it back, it disappears. Let's not let it lead to fear. The next birthdays aren't near. Enjoy the time we get to share. If there is another world, I'm unaware. So forget your problems. Do not care. Rest yourself in an easy chair. This is all I have to write. I bid you a good day or a good night. I hope this year we will get it right. Seeing you again is a good sight. That's from me. What could be next? I'm almost scared to check. Oh, this is amusing. It's not, it's just like a muse. Maybe I should read it anyway. I think it's a thought that I thought was interesting, so I wrote it down, but it's not a poem. There's probably another page somewhere of this. I'm going to leave this alone. We'll just read this because it's probably part of a two-pager, but what's with people and pets? Some say they can relate to animals better than people. I can understand that pets are fed, then they love you. I fed some women and got no love, but intimacy is a problem. I don't know why. Although I have a rat that is quite a kisser, cheaper to feed too. But going to the movies with a rat poses problems. They chew popcorn quite noisily and chatter, literally during the movie sometimes. They do not ask me to explain the plot, though, which makes enjoying the movie easier. I rented Ben the other day, and my pet rat explained some scenes to me. Ben is a movie about a rat, or at least tried to. I couldn't quite keep up. Cell phones bugged me, but when you think about it, someone on a cell phone is just as annoying as someone on a payphone. They ramble on to someone else, and you don't like that we only hear one end of the conversation. Maybe that is the root of the problem. We're jealous that we can't hear what the other person is saying, so we bitch about the cell phone conversation. In a restaurant, we hate someone talking on it, but accept someone talking to someone else sitting at the table. Observational comments like Jerry Seinfeld. Um, the electric monster or TV is calling me, so the distracted one is stopping for now. Why the hell did I write this and keep it? No idea. And the one I discarded, what the hell is it anyway? Oh, it's just some story about something. I don't know. Leave it alone. Mother's Day poem again. After all you've done for me, all these years, how you raised me up, wiping those little kids' tears. I think I've read this one already. Yeah, this is just I typed it up. Is this a new one? Yeah, it's a new one. Happy birthday. The morning sun greets you again, but it's not the same like yesterday. It's the time of year that's special for you, the kind of day you don't want to be through. The phone calls come, one after another, first your sister, then your brother. They share the joy of knowing you. They're the family you always knew. Many come around with gifts in hand. They know the meaning, they understand. They come to sing, they come to play, to celebrate your birthday. Young or old, rich or poor, loving you is no chore. All who you know you wish to say, glad to be here on your birthday. How touching. Okay, what could this be? Okay, a birthday thing. I mean, look, it's something to do. To my sister. Happy birthday, Sherry. November 3rd, 2003. Where did the time go? The time has come once again to add on another year. You are still young, so don't you fear. She's not young anymore. I remember you when you used to serve me tea. She used to. You used to pet the cat named Tamby. I was there at your sweet 16. You were entering the teen scene. As time went on, you became a bride, and Alan always at your side. You had two kids, Tommy and Daniel, your pride and joy, even if a handful. You've balanced it all, family and career. It's not as easy as it appears. Happy birthday from me to you. Hope your wishes all come true. Valentine's Day. Wow. It's Valentine's Day. It is going to be Valentine's Day in 3 days. Two hearts come out to play. Our love is here to stay, and we did it our way. All these years together, celebrated forever. Ties took time to form, never to be severed. When I look at you, I think of all that we've been through. I thank my lucky stars for everything and wouldn't change a thing. It's Valentine's Day. We share it in a special way. Here are some flowers from the ground. You are so great to be around. Guess what? They're not around anymore. Let's put something here. Oh, that's too sad. Losing dad. Very sad to read, but I'll read it. After my father died, 2001, February. We have to deal with the pain of never seeing him again. Gone from our eyes. Never a reason why. A grim reality. A soul was set free. Beautiful memories. There will always be. We must remember him the way he wanted us to. As he was there for us, he will always care for us too. So let's keep him in our hearts, no matter where he is. A finer man we will never know lives on in eternal bliss. I think it's another 17 minutes. In the back, you can see pictures and wizards over here, and little toys that the kids play with. Another birthday poem? Wow. I wrote a lot of those poems. The morning sun greets you again, but it's not the same like yesterday. It's the time of year that's special for you, the kind of day you don't want to be through. The phone calls come. Okay, I read this one already. I made copies, I guess. Oh, here's an original, not a typed up one. Ooh, this one looks really grim. Okay, I'll read it. I'll pour my heart out for the one or two of you that's listening, or maybe three. I'm on antipsychotic pills. 2 a day is my fill. I still feel the same way. The doctor said, too much anger in my head. It's just another day. He sat me down in his chair. 2 hours we talked and stared. Nothing ever got resolved. I came out of that room, feeling doom and gloom, still closed in by walls. I'm on antipsychotic pills. It's the real deal. Nothing's going my way. It comes from inside my head, wishing I was dead. I will be the one day. These thoughts I cannot control, stuck inside my hole. I want it to go away. I want to go away. He tells me he can help me feel like a new man ideal, but I just don't know how. It's those pills, bro. They didn't help at all. And I was forced to get off the pills because of side effects. I just stayed off. Here's an interesting one. Not typed. What does that mean? I want to go out like the king, all sprawled out on the bathroom floor, because that's how we went. Pills flowing through my veins, arriving at the final door. For the final door, I will have the key, bathed in sweat inside my hand. Growing weary of the endless battles, I will have made my final stand. I wish I had $1 for every road I went down that led to a dead end, that led to a ghost town. I wish I had $1 for every heart I broke, for every silent whisper, ending up in a puff of smoke. For every man who caused tears to flow, we all should pay the price for sinking so low. So as I float through the atmosphere, leaving nothing behind, I have no feeling left in me, finally vacant in my mind. Nice to know. I wonder if there's any happy poems. I'm beginning to wonder. Oh my God, here's another downer. I'll give us another 12 minutes and spare the audience. I obsess over ex-loves of my newest loves, never thinking of here and now, just the pushes and the shoves. Let the molecules dissolve inside my head as I drift off to other worlds in my lonely bed. I'm on antipsychotic pills forever and a day. Where there's a will, there's a way. Well, no, where there's a way, there's a will, or so they say. I escape from the pain when I'm by her side, calming the eruptions in my mind. Ink flows from my pen like blood should from my wrists. I'll put in one more year if you insist. So this is my story, sad but true. No one is here, so I decided to share it with you. I went through a lot. That's all I can say. What's this one? Wow, this is rambling. Rambling, I say. Rewind. I'm gonna need 12 seconds. 3. Bringing me back away, back to the days of play. Stop the clock now. Is it nature's way? Breaking the years and days down to this now. Falling downstairs, pulling at hairs, running away and crying all day. With that pain in my heart, I would yearn for that part of my life that would set myself free. Free of those punishments, those things that my parents meant. To hold and improve me and, yeah, to hold and improve me and verbally abuse me. With that pain in my heart, I would yearn for that part of my life that would set myself free. Free of the measures, of the absence of pleasures, the moments of pain and the need for the strain that would mold me their way to be better today. Did I change or remain in the days of my stays in the halls of the schools for the whites and the grays, like the nights and the days of my life full of hate, for the ones who weren't great, when it was I who just played the fool. With that pain in my heart, I would yearn for that part of my life that would set myself free. And if I survive with my feelings, alive to witness the days of the next, the best of the rest. It's called Rewind. What could this be? It's a shorty. Judging by this paper, it's on the back of a company I worked for, a paper February 1990, 28th of February. So we're really closing in on 30 years for this thing. It is cold to the touch, like your skin I love so much. Soft, smooth, and weather beaten, but like the water you are, as near as you are far. And with love, the sour turns sweetened. Nature and man try to walk hand in hand, forever clashing and destined for doom. We'll watch it together forever and ever. Let's see if the wildflower will bloom. Pretty sure I remember that was the 3 month situation. I was on the rocks by the second month and done by the third. Wow, look at this. Is this 2-pager? Jeez. 2 pages. See if I can tell when that's from. Well, let's just wing it. I don't know when it's from. Morning light, before darkness turned to light, the dream would come around. I reached for a book, then came that sound. Along with blonde hair out of the night came a blank stare, producing a retort of who's there. Hi was all that was spoke. Was this all a joke? A key turned in lock. The night at end, through though I suspected, the twist had another bend. I changed into sweats, giving in to fatigue, all the while rehashing the shape I had seen. From out of the blue and into my head come a sharp ring, shot me out of my bed, came a sharp ring. It was her, I did think, from the room up above. Was she borrowing sugar or professing unrequited love? So I opened the door. What else could I do? I had to find out. My curiosity grew. Hmm. And she came like a woman possessed. Was her goal for us to end up undressed? Who the fuck is this about? I have no clue. It's me from the window. I said hi. I knew this, of course, so I replied. We talked for a while, kissed a bit. She said she was drunk. The pieces fit. Oh, I remember. There was a girl in the mid 90s that was living upstairs in another apartment and took a very brief liking to me. I kept restrained, all confused. I didn't want her feeling used. An hour passed. We talked some. More a rehashed memory. That's what they're for. I took her for a walk around, listened to the morning sound. She said I restored her faith in men and that I gave her hope again. She thanked me for not trying something. God, what the fuck happened? Even though I would have gotten everything. Oh. Telling me I was too late to make love, that the feeling passed, flown like a dove. I felt upset I had lost out. I moved too slow. There'd be no pleasure down below. I explained how that made me feel, like the underside of a heel. I don't really. I thought I knew who this was about, but I don't know. I'm beginning to wonder what that one was about. Hold on, is this the empty pages one again? No. The sound of empty passages has gotten louder, deafening to the masses, it seems. But there's no sound that hurts my ears like the crushing of yesterday's dreams. The turnstiles turn them out by the hundreds, processing them all like cheese. Their sameness sets them apart from one another. Their warmness puts me in a deep freeze. Try as they may to change their direction, they are the mice that chase the tail. When the task is completed, they succeed in the effort to fail. The circles go round till they are square. Please join me in the constant swirl. It used to be in another life, I was your man and you were my girl. While we scratch our collective heads to see who won the race, it's over just as it began. First prize goes to the head of the line. Ignoring the one who's doing the best they can. One way or another, got 4 more minutes. Wow, look at this. Another TV guide thrown aside. The week is set to rest. Hurdles pop up every day and I fail the test. When we line up straight and long, there's always shapes in front of me. How can I see tomorrow when the water's up to my knees? I can't believe we follow the same sun. The pistol goes and we run. The movie's sad and we cry. Life slips out and we die. The book I want is out of reach, although I'm 6 foot plus. I strain my body higher, but I fall short of the touch. The world keeps spinning wildly. I get busy from the motion. Can I get off in one piece? I haven't got the notion. I haven't got a notion. I can't believe our blood's the same because it feels so different. All these words are killing me. They are hard to prevent. Okay, 1 or 2 more. This is really freaky, man. I was quite the fun guy to have at parties, let me tell you. Murder was fun. Wanted to keep your blood on the run. You did your best to put my hate to the test. When you said that I'd never see you dead, you never thought that you would ever get caught. Now you're mine. Had you in my sights a very long time. Sweat and squirm. Now my fury will make you learn. Your future's past. Your journey could never last. Into the night, I felt your skin drip with fright. You used to laugh. That was before I crossed your path. I show no mercy, even though you must be worried. Maybe they're worried, but I didn't kill anyone. It's for the record, okay? I killed nobody. I have only killed insects and wished death upon others. And I know, Grixter, you've wished death on someone. You have to have. Not me, because I'm no threat. But there has to be somebody that crossed your path. And if they didn't already cross your path, they are going to. And you're going to wish them dead too, buddy. I know. And Creeper Freak, need I say more? Pretty sure you've wanted someone dead. And you're a butcher, so you've killed animals anyway. Anyway, Eddie G's Music World, February 11th. 2019 done. It was fun. And maybe I'll do it again. Maybe I will do it again. Goodbye.